Hi, so thinking of blues comping and just very simple things you can do with this E7 shaped bar chord. And so I'm at the 5th fret, so in the key of A, so blues in A. So let's say this is our 1 chord, the chord we start off with. And we were thinking about if you've got a free little finger, well, we know this voicing of the dominant 7 chord, and we also know this voicing. So of course you can go between and then you can also use little finger, that's in the 8th fret of the B string. You can also bring it down to the 7th fret. So that's the flat 7 and that's the 6. And you can also try it on the 7th fret of the top E string. So there I was using it on the 7th fret of the top E string and going between that and then sometimes using the 7th fret of the B string. And these, and you can also put the little finger on the G string 7th fret to go from the 4th, so suspended, back to the major 3rd. All these movements are perhaps easier if you have this shape of your chord. So instead of doing the full E7 bar, E7 shaped bar, you take the first finger and just bar the top 4 strings. Second finger stays where it is on the G string, 6th fret, and then you've got your 3rd finger free as well. I'm doing my 3rd finger using that G string 7th fret, which is the 4th of the scale, back to the 3rd. So those are little variations you can do just in that one shape. And then the classic one is in this one shape, either full bar chord shape or the half bar shape. The movement is on the G string from the 5th fret to the 6th fret, which is from the minor 3rd to the major 3rd. Anyway, etc. So that was from the minor 3rd to the major 3rd on the G string, 5th fret to 6th fret, and I'm doing a down strum, and then a hammer on, and then an up strum, and catching that top E string on the 5th fret. And there I've got 2nd finger on the G string, 6th fret, and I'm adding the 3rd finger to the B string, 7th fret, which is the 6th note, or the 13th, so that's a 13th chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, so that would be A13, A7. Okay, hope that's helped. Oh, one more, wasn't there? Oh, there were a few more actually. I might as well put it in this video. So there was the let's see, the going from the E7 shaped bar chord. Oops. Various ways of doing this. What you're doing is you're going from, this is like cage stuff, you're going from the, well, it's not cage stuff, but cage system helps know where you are in these different shapes, these different voicings for the same chord. So this is the E7 shape for an A7 chord, and then this is the D7 shape for an A7 chord. And you can either play the full shape, or you can just play the top 3 strings, which is a D7 shape. Hence it's a D7 shaped bar chord. The only open string you need to move up is that D string. 0, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 3, etc. Okay, so you can get some sort of comping lines going between this shape between the E7 shape and the A7 shape, and then I'm doing that chromatic downward movement. So in place with my, where should we put it? Second finger is at the 8th fret, then at the 7th fret, then at the 6th fret, and then I'm back to the A7 chord, whether I play it with the full bar or the half bar. To the 4 chord, the next chord. Was there anything else? I think that was all we looked at. Let's see. One more thing. Was there? There was that, wasn't there? That classic one. Okay, this is basically going. Basically going A7, D over A, back to A7. But instead of doing the full bar, I'm doing the half bar, so just top 4 strings, and then hammering on from the minor third on the G string to the major third, so 5th fret to 6th fret, and I'm pedaling on that open A string because I'm in the key of A, so I can do that. Take the exact same shape up to the 10th fret for the D7 chord, and of course to the 12th fret for the 5 chord, for the E chord. And that little variation, basically I'm just doing the hammer on, so here I am at the A7 chord, hammering on the G string, 5th to 6th fret, and then instead of doing the bar, I'm just putting my 3rd finger on the 7th fret of the D string, which is the root A, and then I can go into the bar, and then go back to the first shape. Now, I realise I haven't said what the bar is. So anyway, this is all basically happening on the D, G and B strings, okay? So when I'm barring, I'm not thinking of this top E string. You can have it or you can not have it. Mainly, I mean, you can add it at points, but mainly you don't want it. Mainly you just want to hear the D, G and B strings. So the underside of your first finger will, if it's in that sort of shape, that sort of position, rather than this, that'll mute that top E string, and then the last digit of your first finger is barring the D, G and B strings at the 5th fret, and then you're doing your hammer on the G string, 5th to 6th fret, and then you're doing a bar on the D, G and B strings with the 3rd finger usually. So last digit of the 3rd finger is on the 7th fret, barring the D, G and B strings. So you got, and I'm using the open A string as well to get a bit of a pedal. When you go up here, you can't use the A string for a pedal because you want to have D as your root, as your bass. So you'd need to have a band there or a bass player. But that's it. Those are the different things we did, basically all coming from that E7 shape bar chord, except for this, where we were moving between the E7 shape and the next chord in the cage system, which is the D shape, C, A, G, E, D. Okay, hope that helps.